Hello and welcome back to Prized Horsemanship. Today we're going to work with a horse that is a little sticky-footed about his feet, and we're going to start here with a flag because the way I look at things here is, this horse, he's got to accept that flag surely before he can accept my hand down there. So that's probably a 6-foot horse flag, and what I'm looking for here is for this horse to kind of just settle and feel pretty good about this in his peripheral right there. And boy, he has made some changes about this flag. So I'm going to come in on this other side. He's a little more defensive there, and all I'm going to do is kind of get in there, and then when I feel the good time to get out of there is that he feels like he starts to settle a little bit and feel pretty good about it, I get out of there. And I really feel like this is really vital as a first step with this horse before, say, I run my hand down his leg or that kind of stuff. Just getting him to accept this stuff and feel pretty good about things. So I go from that to a 20-foot soft poly rope with a ring at the end of it, just around his front leg. And notice what I'm going to do here is I just want to break his feet loose. And what I mean by that is that I want him to kind of be able to feel like he's pretty free to move his feet, but also too that he yields his feet. So he kind of doesn't know what to do here. He's looking at the ground, kind of looking around there. And I'm going to change angles. My angles are going to constantly change because all I want to do is get him to yield. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for weight transformation, or weight distribution actually. So I want to see his weight change as I apply some pressure, because as I go to run my hand down his leg, I want him to prepare to pick his leg up. So much of what we're doing here is I'm looking for the slightest change in where his weight goes to. I'm not looking to have him follow me or any of that kind of stuff. I just want to see his feet break loose and that he's really starting to transfer that weight off of that leg that's where the rope is at. So notice I'll dally, and then kind of hold it there for a little bit and just wait on him. And I'll apply some pressure, back my horse up here, and I'm waiting on that weight distribution. And what happens here, I think, is that this horse, he gets a little uncomfortable, as with most horses in this situation here, and then he finds his way back to comfort, and he finds his way back to comfort by yielding. So I'm going to set him up here to find his way back there. Right here, notice where his weight shifts to back in his hindquarters back there. It really seems to me like, when you're doing this kind of stuff, that's where these horses go. They want to anchor them hindquarters. And this horse, he's kind of learned what the contest is. And what I mean by that is that, he's learned that he's bigger and stronger. So he can take that foot away if he needs to. And so all I'm doing is coming in here and saying, hey, I'd like to have your foot and like to have that weight shift. And redirect that thought process of there is no contest here. It's just redirecting your weight, shifting your weight, and allowing somebody to pick your foot up. So I'll wait on him at different times here. And I'll change angles. Sometimes I might be out in front of him, sometimes I might be off to the side there. And again, it's just about him changing his weight distribution and finding that spot where he feels good about it. One of the things that as he goes to walk off there, one of the things that I try to do is really work on the timing of when I pick that foot up. I'd like to pick that foot up as it starts to as it starts to move off the ground. If I wait until it's coming to the ground or it's on the ground, I'm late. But in this horse's case right here, you're going to watch me sometimes. I'll just apply some pressure just to see where his weight is when his foot is on the ground. So I'd like him to mentally be with me. So if he's walking off, there's times when he'll kind of tune me out a little bit there mentally. So I'll pick up on that rope just as his foot starts to leave the ground. Notice there are times when he gets a little agitated about things, like right here, I'm going to kind of step out there. And boy, that was kind of a shift for him because he really figured out that he had to take weight off that foot in order to move around there. So notice he really works his mouth quite a bit right there. And you can see he's swatting flies. He's not, this horse isn't upset about this stuff. He just kind of doesn't know what to do. So we're just redirecting and guiding his foot and getting him to figure out how to yield when there's pressure put on his foot there. Notice he drags that out there. I drag that out there slowly, and I'll just hold and wait. There he starts to kind of come off that. And notice I try to kind of ease in there. I'm not just, don't ever want this horse to think I'm just taking his feet away. So notice I try to be pretty smooth about moving that foot. And I'll test it like with my hand right there to see what I got. If I don't feel like I have much, I go back to my saddle horse. One of the things that I think is really super important is in deals like this right here is getting these horses to where they start to prepare. And what I mean by that is that just as I start to get ready to do something, he's preparing for what that is. And right here he's searching for that comfort spot, but he's also searching for where the relief is. And so I'm going to try to set that up best I can. Right there, that felt pretty good. He comes off that pretty good. So, I'll just try that with my hand as I got a dally around there. Again, I'm going to change my angle out here laterally. He starts to leave there. I take the slack out. And again, notice this horse, he's not real unsettled about all this. He's just trying to sort it all out. And I think so many times that, as we do things with horses, it's really about setting something up and giving a horse to figure out what we're asking and what we're looking for. And that requires time and choices, I think, So as you have seen here, he could be a little resistant to that, but we're just going to set that up so that's a lot of work. And it's interesting to me how when you set them things up for a horse where it is a lot of work, now I'm going to pick up on him here. Wow, boy, notice the expression on my face. I'm just in awe. Wow, that was really super cool. The carry over from one side of his brain to the other, from one side of his body to the other, boy, it was just really super cool. That leg's softening up there a little bit, and I can place it out in front of him. There he shifts his weight back over. Again, I just wait on that. I wait on the shift. Gonna reward him there a little bit. See, now there was a situation right there where he didn't necessarily come to me, but he did shift his weight and shift where he was going to with that. So I don't ever try to be critical. I get particular about some things. And you can tell he's in that frame of mind. He's searching. There, he set himself up right there. Sets himself up again. A little reward there. I'm going to change angles here. Still kind of quite doesn't know what that is right there. There, he gives that leg to me. Again, in order for him to give that leg to me, he's got to redistribute that weight. There, he shifts his weight over. So he decides to step forward there. So he's moving his feet. So that's part of the equation right there. So again, so much of this is just putting pieces together, just like we do at different times, trying to figure things out. So I got his feet to move in there. I'm back on my saddle horse. So he comes up with that same answer, just move forward. So notice I'm going to go to my saddle horse. Make that a little difficult for him to do that. He comes to a stop. Again, he's trying to unravel what's going on here. I wait on him. Let him search. Working his mouth there. Get a little dopamine hit. Just looking to guide those feet. He starts to go somewhere. And it's not like I'm taking away his freedom to go anywhere. I'm just redirecting his feet. Put some pressure on there. I'll just hold and wait. There he gives up a little bit there. He adjusts his hindquarters around there. He didn't really give his foot up too much, but he did make an adjustment with his hindquarters and his body. So I'm going to change over here. Change another different angle over here. And what I'm trying to do is just really help him out here to figure this out. So I adjust his body again there. So he's really trying to put these pieces together. I'm going to change angles again here. And notice I'm just trying to influence where this leg is going, and the fact that he can free it up. And it's always interesting to me that, you know, you get in situations like this right here, and, you know, these horses, they just don't know what to do until you give him time to kind of sort this out. Now he's traveling again. Now we're out there. I'll see if I can redirect him a little bit there. Step off. See what I got right here. There we go. That's pretty cool. I'm going to try his leg right there. See what I got. Now I say, hey, how does that rope work? So I'm going to step him back, see if that helps him out a little bit. Still pretty sticky on that foot. Oh, there he gives it up right there. Come back in there and try that again. There he gives it right there. There's what we're looking for. Putting them pieces together. And we're going to call that good for today. Thank you so much.